My hats off to Appalachian State. They proved why they were rated as one of the top team or one of the top teams in our conference. They completely controlled us today. We weren't able to move the ball on offense, and we weren't able to stop any of their throwing when they attacked our perimeter. So they did an excellent job, and I'll open it up to any questions.
Were you surprised with their offensive game plan to throw deep as much as they did?
No, we talked about it all week. They've ran the ball so much. We knew that we didn't know for sure, but we talked about it all week of play action pass and/or drop back and throwing it over our heads, and worked it all week. There wasn't one thing that they did that we weren't prepared for or worked at, practiced at. But we went in talking about them throwing the ball. They were 86% run the football. So usually what happens is you flip your tendencies, and we had a plan for it, and we weren't able to execute it.
Once again, penalties played a huge part. How do you go about trying to fix not committing so many penalties?
Well, I mean, I look down at it. I mean, I don't think the penalties played as huge a part as you think. I mean, Appalachian State played a huge part. You know, give them the credit. They had more penalties than we had, and they dominated the game. We had 8. They had 8. We had 7.
What did they do to make things tough on the passing game? I mean, it looked like they were mixing coverages a lot sometimes.
No, they did what they do. I mean, that was, you know, they were able to. They played us off. They weren't going to let us get behind them. You know, they really gave Donovan and Robert Davis a lot of room. So we tried to get to the underneath stuff and in the controlled game, and they do a really good job of playing defense. I mean, they squeezed on the underneath routes. They can get pressure with 4 guys and not have to blitz all the time to get pressure, and took advantage of it. So, yes, sir.
What went into the decision of putting Amir in for a handful of plays? Was it just to get his feet wet and playing with the team, or did Nick have an issue?
In the second half? No, we put Amir in. We were going to leave him in the rest of the game, but he got hurt, and they had to take him into the locker room. Our plan wasn't to put Nick back in. It was to go with Amir the rest of the game, and he got an injury. So he had to go into the locker room and was out the rest of the game.
Can you update us on his status yet?
No, I haven't talked to the trainers yet.
Marcus Cox didn't have a strong day as he's had pretty much all season. Is there a certain thing you can discuss that?
Well, our defense played well against the run. I mean, we knew that they run the ball well, and he's an excellent player. So I mean, I thought our guys did a good job in certain situations of containing him, for the most part. But you know, you can't let them throw it over your head as much as they did in crucial situations. He's a really good back. Yes, sir. Oh, I thought Appalachian State covered well. I thought I'm trying to go back to think about drops. I saw a young guy drop one, but I don't remember a lot of drops. I saw the quarterback get dropped, but you know, I don't remember. Allison, I could be wrong. I don't remember a lot of drops. Yes, sir. We watched 2 different teams play today then. I didn't see deflated in what I saw from our guys, but I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Well, that was the question. It's just like, how do you keep those guys' spirits up?
Our kids do a great job keeping their spirits up. I mean, it wasn't the fact that we were flat. We got punched in the mouth and beat by a better football team. I mean, our kids weren't flat. They came out with excitement, ready to play. They probably had a good week of physical practice. I mean, I can't speak about a pep rally that I didn't attend.
Nick, what did App State do that made it tough to go on the passing game? Both you as a thrower and your receivers.
They did a really good job of keeping everything in front of them. And I know that's one of their philosophies as a defense, and it's a good philosophy, and they have the athletes to do it. Their corners play pretty far off, their safeties play pretty far off, and they're all have their eyes in the backfield, and they just keep everything in front of them. And their defensive, and they do that, and their defensive line gets a lot of pressure, and they all have their hands in the ground. They're coming upfield really hard, and they try to get to the quarterback. And I'm not sure exactly what their philosophy is behind that, but against our run game, they were doing the same thing. They were getting up the field, and it just looked like they were trying to get to the quarterback and stop the run on their way there. And they did a really good job of being able to get into gaps, and we'll just find ways to fix that. And it made it difficult because, you know, our receivers are really good athletes, really good at getting down the field, but when their DBs are so far off and they're getting pretty good pressure on me, it doesn't give our receivers much time to get open down the field.
Given how you guys played today, what main thing are you going to try to work on in practice this week to improve?
We have to figure out a way to establish a consistent rhythm on offense right from the start, being able to get really good drive starters and being able to execute early, because when we get the drives going, we're usually pretty good at finishing them. If it feels like we either go 3 and out or drive all the way down the field, there really seems to be no in between. So we just got to get better at executing in the beginning of those series, get a good play or two from the start, whether it be a run play or a pass play, being able to execute and get ourselves in better situations. There was too many 3rd and longs, and when you're in 3rd and long, the defensive line knows it's a pass play. Everybody knows it's a pass play, which allows them to get much better pressure on the quarterback and allows their guys to cover a lot better, especially the linebackers, because they don't have to worry about trying to fit the run and take run steps. They can get into the passing zones and stuff like that. So being able to stay out of those 3rd and long situations will be really big for us next week.
Any questions for Nick?
You guys seem to have a pretty good day against Marcus Cox, slowing him down. He didn't reach 100 yards. So what would you attest to that to?
Definitely the week's preparation. I mean, we get the emphasis every week on the PowerPoint for stopping the run. And we knew he was a good back. I think he was maybe 3rd in Sun Belt with leading rushing. But, I mean, we had the emphasis to stop the run, though. Yeah, I give it to our preparation.
Are there times when you're that prepared to stop a really good running back like that it compromises you maybe in pass coverage where they were able to hit more verticals today than they have all season?
Most definitely. I mean, sometimes you get caught on the play actions. I mean, trying to stop the run a lot. But give it to App. I mean, they did a great job with getting open, receivers getting open down the field. But, I mean, we have to do a better job with that. We'll come back with a better week of preparation on more emphasis with stopping that also off of play action.
What attribute of yours do you think best helped you today?
Basically just focusing in the day, being me, basically getting back to being me, playing my part, doing my job. That was the biggest thing. Coach taught me today, take a deep breath and do your job today. So that really helped me out today.
What happened there on the long run by the quarterback first off for 41 yards?
Well, basically, shoot, I really couldn't tell you. I mean, we just had it misfitted up. So.
Any questions for Joe?
All right, thank y'all.